Yeah, like
Interesting. Oh, you ate French fries.
いけてる。
いやいやいや。
いけてない。
皆さんこんにちは、Bizmatesのキムです。英語の記事で英語でディスカッションするディスカバリーセッションへようこそ。この企画は普段触れない日常のテーマについて英語で触れて自分とは違うバックグラウンドを持った人々と英語でディスカッションを楽しもうという趣旨で作りました。なのでこのディスカバリーセッションでは一つの短い英語記事を読んで皆さんと一緒に意見交換ができればなと思います。この動画ではカナダ生まれ育ちのヒカ、アメリカ生まれ育ちのクニ、この2人だけ喋りますが、皆さんはぜひコメントで熱い意見残していただけますと幸いです。それではご紹介します。ヒカとクニです。
Yay!
Yeah.
Cheers!
Cheers.
これ後ろにあったやつじゃん。後ろにあったやつな、これ。ちゃんとね、記事持ってきてください、記事。Today's article is Paris Syndrome, the cost of travel disappointment.
Interesting. Paris. Have you ever been to Paris?
I have.
You have?
Yeah, but I was in junior high school when I went, so I couldn't really appreciate the beauty of the city.
Right. Oh, I'd love to go.
Yeah.
Est-ce que tu parles français?
Oui, oui.
Je parle français un peu, très un peu.
Ah, Canadian.
Oui.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
In France,
Yeah.
they don't pronounce the H.
Okay.
So everyone calls me Ika.
Ah.
If they're like from like the French Canadian area, Ika.
So were you like pretending to
Like
be
a
like a
squid.
squid? Yeah, like
Anyway, okay. I'll start.
Yep,
Okay.
please.
So traveling holds the promise of beautiful experiences. One of the many travel destinations expected to deliver on this promise is Paris, the city of lights. Many imagine strolling along the Seine River or admiring the Eiffel Tower at twilight. I too have such romanticized ideas of Paris, inspired by literature and films.
However, the reality of travel can sometimes fall short of expectations. As seen in the case of an American tourist, he shared his disappointment with the city's nightlife, lack of activities, and abundance of American fast food chain in a TikTok video with more than 40 million views.
Whoa. Yet this disappointment can lead to more than just a social media rant. Paris syndrome identified by psychiatrist Hiroaki Ota, Japanese, in the 1980s is a rare condition that can cause hallucinations, rapid heartbeat, and nausea when the traveler's Paris visit doesn't meet their expectations.
Yeah. Interestingly, this condition seems to affect Japanese tourists primarily. Some reports say that about 20 Japanese tourists experience it each year. According to an expert, this could be because of historical and cultural gaps between Japan and Europe, along with idealized expectations. So when they face the less glamorous aspects of Paris, they may experience severe culture shock.
While travel can be transformative and enriching, it's crucial to acknowledge its potential pitfalls. Managing expectations, embracing cultural differences, and approaching travel with an open mind can lessen the risk of experiencing negative effects while still allowing for the potential for personal growth and enrichment. Interesting.
Very.
Yeah. The Paris syndrome, it's kind of unfair to call it the Paris syndrome because
it could be anywhere.
It could be anywhere. Yeah. But
I think maybe they chose Paris because really Paris does have that romantic kind of beauty appeal. Yes. And then maybe when they actually go there and there's it doesn't live up to their expectations, they can get a little bit disappointed. Right.
So Kim-san, have you ever been to Paris?
No, I want to go.
Want to go? Have you ever been to Europe?
No.
I see. Paris.
Paris. Okay, I have a question for you.
Oui.
Yeah.
Have you visited Paris? If yes, how was your experience? And if not, what are your expectations of the city?
Well, we kind of already talked about that.
Yeah.
He's been to Paris.
Yeah.
I haven't. My expectations, great food, beautiful art, the architecture, the buildings, historic buildings. Of course, you go to the Louvre Museum. Did I pronounce that right?
The Louvre, I think so.
And eat cheese, drink red wine and watch the people walk by, go to a cafe. Yeah, I don't know. And shopping, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I went, and to be honest, I didn't really have any high expectations. Me being in junior high school.
Junior high,
right?
Yeah.
I actually ate McDonald's.
You ate McDonald's?
Yeah, French McDonald's.
Yo, you ate French fries.
Yeah, the real French fries.
Real French fries. Was it any different?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't at all. It wasn't at all. And like a lot of people like said that maybe the French aren't very kind towards Americans.
Yeah.
But then I had a dictionary, so I was like trying to use French when as like to make it look like I'm trying.
Yeah.
And they were all really kind to me,
Oh,
Yeah.
really friendly.
Yeah, they were really friendly, I think it's just a matter of that I was trying, and instead of just speaking in English, assuming they could all understand it, right?
Right.
Yeah, but then.
So you tried to speak a little bit of French.
Yeah, like I tried to add the French words. Yeah,
that is cool.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah. But I mean, we climbed the Eiffel Tower.
Oh yeah.
Yes. We went to I don't know the English name, the Arc, the Gaisemon.
Yeah,
what is that called
yeah.
in English? So we did that kind of touristy stuff.
Did a lot of people speak English in Paris?
Or
not
I
really?
went as a group of members.
Yes.
So we didn't really get an opportunity to really kind of interact with a lot of locals unless they were like in the service industry, right?
Right.
And but I thought it was nice. I enjoyed it. I would like to go back. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't have any kind of negative image of Paris after that.
Okay, well that's good. Yeah. Although actually, although I haven't been to Paris, I'm from Canada, and one part of Canada is very French. We call it French Canadian, right? So Quebec. So
Quebec.
I visited Montreal, which is the capital city of Quebec, and a lot of people speak French there, not English.
I heard there's like castles too, like in that area, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they have castles. There's a
Yeah.
lot of history
Yeah.
from like the 1600s.
Yeah.
And I practiced my French. I took French for 3 years, and I went to Montreal thinking that I had to speak French. I wanted to go to the train station. So I asked in French, I asked someone, I didn't know where it was. So I said, où est la train station? Something like that. Où est la train station? Where is the train station in French? Where are you from, man? Where do you want to go? In perfect English.
Oh, in perfect English. Yeah.
Like, whoa! So they actually a lot of people in Montreal actually speak English.
Yeah, I would assume they would.
Yeah. It's Canada.
Yeah, it's Canada.
Have you ever encountered disappointment with traveling? If so, what happened?
Several times. Well, I think the last one was over the holidays. I went to the countryside in Japan, and I was by the beach, and I expected the beach to be beautiful, like a resort type, and it wasn't. It was more like a surfing town, so the waves are like crashing down, like boom, right?
Yeah. Did you go to like Kujikuri? Where did you go?
I did
Okay,
actually.
okay.
So I expected to go like like to see beautiful like tropical fish and stuff.
No, not in Chiba.
No. So it was completely. My expectation was just like way off, and you can't see fish or anything. It's just so I prefer like Izu or Nishizu where it's clear waters, and so I was a little bit disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, I was disappointed a couple times, but it was nothing with the actual the place that I visited. It was just because of the weather. So I went to Okinawa one time, and it was just like it was raining the whole time.
In Okinawa?
Yeah, and I was just like, and then I went to Amami Oshima, which is an island right between kind of Kyushu and Okinawa. Yeah, and then it was a typhoon was coming.
Oh,
yeah, and so
Ame Otoko.
Yeah, Ame Otoko, man, iketenai. Yeah. But I mean, that was the only time I was really disappointed. But that's not. I mean, that wasn't the fault of anyone, right?
Right.
Bad luck, right?
Then what do you believe leads some tourists to experience Paris syndrome?
Yeah, well, I think it's because like when people think of Paris, they think of very romantic city. But then when they go there, it's a big city, and every big city has like good parts and bad parts.
Yeah, they
right?
have the same brands worldwide, right? Yeah, they have the same bad people and good people, right? Yeah.
And so I think maybe when they see things like, oh, there's trash on the ground, that's not the Paris that I imagined. Maybe they thought it was going to be people still wearing like Marie Antoinette like dresses, walking around with horse-drawn carriages or something. I don't know.
Right.
So, but then maybe that's
It's not like that?
Another one I'm not sure is that I believe there's a lot of immigrants that that live in France, that go to France. So maybe their image of France and the actual people that are living in France are not aligned with their expectation.
Right. So what leads to Paris syndrome is having unrealistic expectations. And I think that's with everything, actually.
Yeah, no, I was going to say the same thing. I just don't have too high expectations for anything.
Lower
right?
your expectations. Yeah.
You won't be disappointed.
So how about all of you guys?
Yeah.
Have you experienced Paris syndrome? Have you ever been to Paris? Tell us about it. We'd like to know. Let us know in the comments. And if you want to discuss more topics like this in English, you could book a discovery lesson at Bizmates. All right? Enjoy. Okay, we'll see you again. Goodbye. Hey, Kim-san, have you ever experienced Paris syndrome?
パリシンドロームはないんですけど、
ないの？
パリ行ったことの、そうですよね。でもパリシンドロームじゃなくて、ヒカシンドロームもあるかもしれない。
何それ？
ヒカシンドローム。入社前はヒカさん、めっちゃかっこいいかもみたいな。こんだけ期待しちゃったんだけど、もう実際入社してみたらもうこれ。もうこれ、もうあっち、もうここ。そう。
それだったら、I have a little.
やっぱり、でしょ。
いけてない。動画の概要欄にある URL から Bizmates の公式 LINE 友達に登録して簡単なアンケートに答えるだけでオリジナルフレーズブック10冊が無料でもらえます。ビジネスで覚えておきたい基本動詞、名詞などの完全攻略ブック、シーン別品質英語フレーズブック4冊、英会話に必要な最低限のフレーズ150選などすべて私、ヒカが厳選した全部600選のフレーズブック10冊をプレゼントします。ぜひ見逃さず、プレゼントを受け取って皆さんの英語学習にご活用ください。